This conference will now be recorded.
Right. When it comes to like the official website for the Selenium, official website is seleniumhq.org. So this is the official website for the Selenium. So we are going to follow, or we are going to download the files, or some of the exe files, or some of the jar files. We are going to download from this official website. And for Selenium related, if you want to know any information, this is the official website for the Selenium bundle. Okay, so seleniumhq.org. Now from last 1 month onwards, it is showing as selenium.dev. You can give seleniumhq.org or you can give selenium.dev. Both are same. Now the next topic is Selenium components or versions. Selenium components or versions. Most of the guys, they call it as a Selenium components, whereas some of the peoples, they call it as versions. Okay. So what are all the different versions are available in the Selenium? The first one is a Selenium IDE. The second one is Selenium WebDriver. And third one is Selenium Grid. So like this, we have three components are available in the Selenium. Earlier, before WebDriver, there was a component called Selenium RC. Before WebDriver, there was a component called Selenium RC. That version is deprecated. Deprecated in the sense it's outdated. That they removed. Which one? The official guys, they removed from the website. So totally, there are three components are available. One is the Selenium IDE, Selenium WebDriver, and the third one is Selenium Grid. Okay. The first component is Selenium IDE. How this Selenium IDE will work? See, not only Selenium, if you take any automation tool, there is a feature called record and play or record and run. So how it is going to work? Okay, you will take the automation tool. You will take the automation tool. Just a second. So you will take the automation tool. In that automation tool, you will click on the record button and you will do some actions on the application. Based on the action which you are performing, the script is going to generate it in the tool. The script is going to generate it in the tool. And after completion of the actions on the application, Later you can save the test case and you can run it for future point of view. But the problem with this record and run is you cannot achieve complete automation. See, don't think that using record and play we can achieve complete automation. You cannot achieve complete automation using record and play type. Suppose if you are working with a record and play type, then you need not to be like an automation engineer. Even non-technical person also, they can use it record and play type. Using that, he can generate the scripts and the same thing he can play it. You need not to be like automation engineer, and you need not to learn about this Selenium also. Okay, so record and play type is one of the feature in the automation. Using that, you cannot achieve the complete automation. So in Selenium, that record and play type is supported by a component called Selenium IDE. Record and play. In the Selenium, that record and play type is supported by a component called Selenium IDE. See, this Selenium IDE is a basic lightweighted component. It supports only record and play type. Other than that, it is not supporting any programming features. So that's why in the real time, while working in the companies, people will not use this Selenium IDE. And whoever is a beginners and whoever is like new to the programming, to understand what is a Selenium, then people will start working with this Selenium IDE. See, when you are applying for the job, if you say like, I have experience in Selenium IDE, nobody is going to shortlist your resume, because Selenium IDE only knows record and play type. If you are keeping like an experience with the Selenium IDE, they think that like you know only Selenium IDE, you don't know about like automation. Okay, so this is the basic lightweighted component, and this Selenium IDE, which is a plugin for Firefox browser, and recently it is a supporting for Chrome browser as well. Okay, so our Selenium automation, we are going to concentrate with the programming related, not with record and play type. But as a trainer, I need to show how to use this record and play type. So this one we will see at the last. So it will take maximum 20 to 30 minutes. So how to use this record and play type, so that we will see at the last. So this is not our goal to learn about the Selenium. Okay, so this is a lightweight and basic component. It supports only record and play type. Other than that, it is not knowing anything. Okay, so being an automation engineer, you have to implement the program to achieve complete automation. To test complete end-to-end flow, you may be write some conditional statements, you may be use some loops concept, you may require to get the data from some different sources like Excel sheet. Like that, you may have to use it. So in that case, this Selenium IDE will not support. It's just lightweighted component. Okay. So the basic component. And the second component is Selenium WebDriver. So you are going to work with the complete automation using Selenium WebDriver. The complete automation you are going to achieve it using WebDriver. Using this WebDriver, we are going to test it in different browsers, and you are going to test the complete end-to-end flow of the application. So using Java plus WebDriver combination, we are going to implement the complete automation using Selenium. So if you say I have experience in Selenium, means what people are thinking is, okay, you have experience in Selenium with WebDriver. So this is the component which we are going to use it. And see, this WebDriver is supporting all the latest features of web applications, and it is a supporting object-oriented programming. And yesterday I told you, based on the Selenium, different tools are developing nowadays. Those tools they are developing on top of the WebDriver, because the WebDriver is more powerful and it's very strong, and it's supporting all the latest features of web applications. So that's why whatever the tool they are developing nowadays, they are making WebDriver is the base. On top of that, they are implementing some extra layer, and they are providing new name for the tool. Okay, so this is the a component which we are going to use it. So this is the latest component, and this is the component which we are going to use it to achieve complete automation using WebDriver. So this Selenium WebDriver, we are working with Java. So the latest version right now, it is a supporting 3.141.59. Okay, so now see, go to this official website. So I am giving seleniumh2.org. Now it is redirected to selenium.dev. So go to this download section. Now see, Selenium automates browsers. That's it. Simple. So what kind of tool it is? Selenium. Selenium automates browsers. So that means using Selenium, we can automate web applications. So go to downloads and see the latest stable version right now, it is 3.141.59. And the next version, it is under alpha version. Alpha version in the sense, they did not release as a stable version. It is under testing phase. So once it is tested, they'll try to release as a stable version. So Selenium 4 is under testing phase. So that's why it is showing as alpha version. The latest stable version is 3.141.59. So when it is released, it is released in November 14, 2018 onwards. So 2018, almost more than 1 year back, they released this version. Normally, since Selenium is an open source automation tool, frequently we used to have the releases. Normally 1 month or 1.5 months or 2 months once we used to have the releases. But the Selenium people, they decided after 3.141.59, there is no version called 3.142. Instead of that, they wanted to release as a Selenium 4 with some advanced implementations, some features, or if any bugs are there in this version, so those things are will be included in the latest version and along with some enhancements. So from last 1 year, they did not release the new version because the Selenium 4 is it's containing some kind of enhancements and so from last 1 year we did not see any release and so maybe in another 2 to 3 months you may get the Selenium 4 as the official version. See, the Google is doing like a lot of enhancements, lot of research. They're trying to implement Selenium like anything. So they wanted to enhance the features of Selenium with artificial intelligence, machine learning. So these are all the latest technology trends which are all using in the current market. So using the Selenium, that artificial intelligence, machine learning, IoT, this data science related concepts also, we can test it. So that is how this Google is preparing it. Okay. So now the latest version is 3.141.59. So we are going to work with this, the latest version. The Selenium grid, third component is Selenium grid. Selenium, the third component is Selenium grid. So this the Selenium grid, which is using for parallel execution. Parallel execution. The complete automation, the complete programming, everything you are going to take in care using WebDriver only. So the Selenium grid, which is using to divide your test cases and distribute and execute in different machines. So if you want to execute the test cases in different machines, in different environments, for that, what are all the things we need to take care? So those things and all we are going to take in care using the Selenium grid. So the actual programming, everything we are going to take in care under using WebDriver only. But in the grid, what are all the settings we need to take care? So all these things and all we are going to take in care using under Selenium grid. When if you want to run the test cases in multiple machines. Normally, if you want to run your test cases after implementation of scripts in your system, if you want to run it, the Selenium WebDriver is sufficient. Okay. So very rare in the company's point of view, 5 to 10% of the companies people are working with the Selenium grid. Otherwise, to run your test cases in your local machine and the remote machine in the server side, the Selenium WebDriver is sufficient. So very rare, 5 to 10% of the companies. That too, if you have like huge number of test cases for execution point of view, and if you want to test the test cases in compatibility point of view, at that time only this is Selenium grid people are using it. Okay. Using Selenium grid, we can execute the test cases in parallel mode. So totally there are 3 components. Out of 3, one is a base component and that is useless. And I say useless in the sense in the real time people will not use this component. And the actual component and the complete automation we are going to achieve it by using with Selenium WebDriver. So during these 45 to 55 days, you are going to learn the concepts about Selenium with WebDriver along with Java concepts. Yeah. So any doubts so far? Yeah. Kusum, Rosie, Taira, Srividya, Sudha.
No.
Madam, at least respond, madam.
No doubts.
Ah, okay, Sri. Thank you. Right. Now, so what are all the things are required to start working with WebDriver? See, Selenium IDE, that record and play type, that we will see at the last. So that is not our goal. That everybody will do that. It's not a problem. Just it is a plugin for Firefox and Chrome. I'll show you at the last. If you want, meanwhile, you can try as a plugin. So what are all the required softwares for to start working with WebDriver? Required softwares for WebDriver. See, we are going to implement the Selenium scripts using Java. So Java should be installed in your system. So the first thing, Java is required. The second one is we require IDE for developing the projects, for developing the scripts, because in automation testing, we are going to use the term called test scripts. If you are working with manual testing, there you are using the term called test cases. So here we are using Eclipse IDE. And third one is we use Selenium-standalone server.jar file. So these three things are required to start working with WebDriver. Okay, we'll see one by one. So this Java, this is for programming language. So we are using Java as the programming language to automate your Selenium scripts. And the second one is this Eclipse, we are using it to develop the scripts. To develop the scripts, we are using this Eclipse. This Selenium standalone server jar file. I told you the latest version 3.141.59. So we are going to download this Selenium standalone server jar file. What this file is providing, this is a Selenium library file. So it provides library file for Selenium point of view. That means for browser automation point of view, what are all the methods are required? Those things and all it is provided by this Selenium standalone server jar file. So without using this file, you cannot work with Selenium. Java is the programming language. To provide the instructions, we are using Java. So that instructions, that Selenium related things, you are providing along with Java. So if you want to use Selenium related functionalities in your programming, you need to use this Selenium standalone server jar file. So without this, you can't use Selenium automation. Okay. So initially, to start working with WebDriver, these three things are sufficient and required. Okay. See why this Eclipse. See, using this notepad also you can implement any programming language. You can implement C, C++, Java, Perl, Python, any programming language you can implement using this notepad. But why this Eclipse? See, Eclipse is IDE, whereas notepad is editor. What is the difference between this editor and IDE? See, take notepad. Using this notepad, you can write the program and you can save the program. But these two options are not sufficient while working on the project. After implementation, you need to compile the program. After compilation, you need to run the program. After running, if you are not getting the output properly, where is the mistake you did to analyze the source code, to analyze the code which you have written, again you need to debug it. So for that, you need to have debug options. And then as part of development, you may need to install some of the plugins for development point of view. And while implementing the programming, the tool has to provide a programmer friendly kind of environment. Let's say you will write 2 to 3 characters or some few characters. If you don't remember the complete syntax, you will write some few characters, and then if you press Ctrl plus a space bar, automatically it is going to show list of options which are all matching with the characters which you written. So if you want to do that, this normal editor is not sufficient. So we required programmer friendly environment. So for that, people are using Eclipse IDE. People are using Eclipse IDE. Okay. So IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. So that means to develop the projects, whatever the environment is required, so all the options will be integrated in that tool. So that's why they call it as IDE, Integrated Development Environment. So as part of Java development point of view, 90% of the people are using the Eclipse as an IDE for developing the projects. Of course, there are different other IDEs also there, like NetBeans, IntelliJ, MyEclipse. So like that, you have different uh, tools also available, but majorly people are going to develop the scripts using Eclipse, because again this Eclipse is also like open source. This is also available for free of cost. Okay. Yeah, any doubts so far?
Oh, no, carry on.
No, sir.
Thank you. Next. So today we'll see how to install Java and how to download and install Java. Before you download and install Java in your system, what you can do is just go to your system and check whether Java is there or not. That means Java is configured in your system or not. How will you do that? Just open command prompt, give the command called cmd. Now the command prompt, it will open like this. Or here you can search like this, cmd. Now see, it is showing as command prompt. Now give the command called java space hyphen version. Java space hyphen version. Java space hyphen version. Okay. So after you provided this command, if you are getting the output like this, see right now Java version which I installed is Java 1.8 version, which I installed. And after I provided this command, the output is showing. That means Java is installed and configured successfully in my machine. Suppose after you provide this command, if you are seeing the output like Java is not recognized either internally or externally command like this, that means Java is not installed. After providing this command, if the system says Java is not recognized either internally or externally, if you are getting such kind of message, that means Java is not installed and configured properly. Okay. So now how to install Java? See, Java is implemented by Sun Microsystems. Just a few years back, that Sun Microsystems company is acquired by Oracle Corporation. Java is implemented by Sun Microsystems. Now, the Sun Microsystem company is acquired by a company called Oracle. For Java related things, if you want to download, we need to get it from the official website, that is from oracle.com. Okay. So to start working with Selenium, the recommended version is Java 8 to latest version. I think it is showing in the official website, I think Java 30. So you can install Java 8 to the latest version. But what I recommend is you can install with Java 8. It's not required the latest version, Java 13, all these things. If you install it, no problem. It's fine. See, as part of Java development point of view, still people are using the old version. That means Java 7, Java 6, Java 5 also. almost that Java 5 is released almost like 7 to 8 years back only. So still the projects are running with the old versions. Java 8 is just recently people are started moving from Java 7 to Java 8 from last 1 year to 1.5 year back. But the official guys, they released Java 13 also. Okay, but still nobody is using this 13, the latest versions under. But here, what I recommend is you can install Java 8 in your system. If you want to install the Java latest version, it's up to you, no problem. Go ahead. Okay. In my machine, I install Java 8. So that's why you are seeing the output as 1.8. Java 8 means internally it is, after installing, it is showing as Java 1.8. Okay. Okay. So how to download this Java 8? See, to install Java, we need an executable file, that is JDK. JDK stands for Java Development Kit. Java Development Kit. So you can download JDK 8. Download JDK 8. Let's see. Go to Google. Download JDK 8. See, this is the official website, Java SE Development Kit, which is from Oracle. Click here. Come down. See, before you download, accept license agreement. Accept license agreement. And see, depends upon the operating system, you need to download. So mine is Windows 64-bit operating system. How will you know that? This is my PC. In Windows 10, I'm using Windows 10 operating system. If you are using Windows 7, it is showing as my computer. So Windows 10, it is showing as this PC. Right click, go to properties. Now see, the system type is 64-bit operating system. The system type is 64-bit operating system. Okay. So according to the operating system, download the corresponding JDK. See, if you are working with the 32-bit Windows x86, download this corresponding exe file. If you are working with the 64-bit, download this exe file. In US, people are also working with the Mac. If you want to download, you can download this .dmg file and try to install it. Okay, so you will get in the form of exe file. Once it is downloaded, just click on exe file and proceed with next, and finally click on finish. It's a pretty simple and a straightforward. You will get in the form of exe file. Once it is downloaded, install it, and while installing, it is asking like different kind of screens. Just proceed with next, and finally click on finish. That's it. It's very simple and straightforward. Okay, any doubts?
No doubts.
Yeah. Kusum, Rosie, Saira, Srividya, Sudha.
No, carry on, please.
Yeah.
No doubts.
Yeah. Thank you. Right. Now, after installing Java, it is going to show under C, because my operating system drive is a C drive. Under that, program files will be there. Under that, the folder will be there with the Java. So Java we installed with JDK. So since you installed with JDK, you will see two folders. One is JDK and the second one is JRE. Whereas some of the guys, to work with the Selenium automation, to install Java, whereas some of the guys, they're trying to install JRE. So, but what I recommend is download JDK. Download JDK and install with JDK. You will get the complete packages. So if you install with JDK, you will get JDK and JRE. If you are trying to install with JRE, you will get only JRE only. So what you can do is like download JDK and try to install Java. Okay. Go to JDK inside. Inside JDK, you will see different kind of files and folders. So go to this bin folder. See, it contains a number of Java exe files. See, all these are all the exe files, executable files. Now see, in the before we have given the command called java-version, right? How this command is working? Because that command is working with this executable file. So this is Java exe file. So that means your Java executable file, where it is located? It is located under C program files Java JDK under bin folder. So we are going to use some different kind of commands for Java point of view. For each and every command is represented as one exe file under bin folder. Okay. Now the question is, your Java is located under where? In the C drive and program files under Java location. Okay. But as a developer, you are going to implement either D directory or maybe X directory or F directory or E directory, whatever it is. See, every time I cannot come to this place and I cannot execute my program. So once it is installed in the system, I wanted to run anywhere in the system. So if I want to do that, you should tell that where is your Java exe file is located. You know that Java exe file is located here. But if you are trying to run the program from other location like D directory or X directory, how the system will know it? Okay, Java is installed. Okay, so for that reason, to access Java programs or to run the Java programs anywhere in the system, what we need to do is we need to create environment variable for the Java. So why should I create environment variable? To access or to run your Java programs anywhere in the system, you have to use environment variable. So as part of environment variable, what you are going to do, you are telling that where is your Java exe file is located. Okay. So how to create environment variable for the Java? how to create environment variable for the Java. Steps to create environment variable for Java. Right click on the my computer. So in my case, this PC, right click on this PC and go to properties and click on advanced system settings. Click on advanced system settings and then advanced tab and then environment variable. There is a environment variable button is there. So click on that. Click on environment variable button. Okay. Next. Click on environment variable button. So after clicking on environment variable button, there is a section called system variable section. There is a section called system variables. Under that, there is a path variable. Under that, there is a path variable. Okay. Under that, there is a path variable. See, by default, for the path variable, there are values. So whatever the software which we are trying to install it, normally it is pointing in the path variable. So whatever it is there, don't disturb those things and all. If it is corrupted, the operating system will behave some weird type. Okay, so don't disturb the already existing one. So now what you are trying to do is you are trying to add a new software path to this path variable. So what you do in the path variable, okay, in the system variable section there is a path variable, and select the path variable and click on edit, because you are trying to edit, you are not creating a path variable. Already path variable will be there, so you are trying to modify by creating or by adding a new software path. So click on edit, and then it will show a dialog. So in that you are trying to create a new software path. So click on new and add Java path. Add Java path. So what is the Java path? Where is your Java exe is located? So this is your Java exe file. It is located under C program files Java JDK and then bin. So you need to add path like this. And then click on OK. And then click on OK. And then click on OK. So these are all the steps you need to take. So let's see with practically. See, right click on the PC, go to properties, advanced system settings, advanced tab, and environment variables button. See, there is a section called system variable section. There is a section called system variable section. Okay. So here there is a variable called a path variable. there is a variable called path variable, and click on edit. Click on edit. After clicking on edit, the dialog will show like this. There is a new window. So you are trying to add new software, right? You are trying to add new software. So what you can do is click on new and see here you can paste that. You can paste that Java exe file wherever it is located. You add completely here and then click on OK. Click on OK and then click on OK. Okay. So this is about creating the environment variable. So for me, it's already did that. So I don't want to make it duplicate. So I'll cancel it. Okay. So for you, you need to take those steps. So why we need to create this environment variable is to access your Java programs anywhere in the system. See, if you are working with Windows 10 operating system, if you're trying to install Java 8, so automatically internally it sets the environment variable. You need not to create separately. Okay, so once Java is installed, go and check whether Java is configured or not. See, what you can do is open command prompt, give the command called java space -version. After installing Java, if you provide this command, if the output is showing like this, that means Java is installed and configured properly in your system. Though software is installed, but after providing this command, if you're not able to get this output like this, then you need to create the environment variable. Okay, so after installation, go and open the command prompt and check this command. If it is output, if output is coming, okay, but nowadays that Windows 10 by default internally takes care of that. If it is not showing the output, you need to create that environment variable. So you just follow the steps whatever I told that. Okay. So this is about Java installation. Yeah. Any doubts?
No. Carry on.
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. So Kusum, Rosie, and Sudha.
No doubts. But I have one question. Like for Mac, right? Uh,
Yeah,
I have Java, but how to add that path?
the same steps. But
Same step?
here, yes, steps is common. But here in India, most of the guys, like I mean, we are working with Windows only. So here also I'm using Windows only. Steps is the same way, common. But actually, internally, once Java is installed, like I mean, internally that environment variable it's showing. See, if after providing that command, if you're not able to see the output, that means Java is not properly configured. So if you are getting the output, that means Java is configured in your system. Okay, you need not to worry at all. But
Okay.
if you want to create the environment variable, you just need to follow the same steps.
Okay.
Okay, right. So this is about Java, and we'll see about Eclipse, Selenium standalone server, and how to set up a project and all these things. And we'll see. And